Hello, my legion of little goblins, this is Gamer Dragon, and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing, where I am about to be eaten by this obvious trap. An ashy maw of shadow. It seems to want to swallow you. Let it. The demonic mouth spits you out into a sparsely decorated office, assuming bookshelves with identical ledgers counts as decoration. The whole room is sterile and boring. It reminds you of Terrence Poindexter, partly because of the sterile boringness, but also because he's standing it. It's time to deal with this jerk once and for all. Yes, it is. Alright, Terrence! Terrence glares at you and adjusts his necktie haughtily. Haughtily? The necktie isn't pictured, but yes, of course, he's wearing a necktie. Of course he is. Bah, Belinda Scale! You've fallen into my trap right on schedule. Brave words considering how I kicked your ass in the swamp! What? Come at me! And in doing so, you taught me everything I needed to know about you. Your moves, your tricks, your tactics. You have no surprises left for me. Well, if you think I'm going to switch allegiances and join your Dark Crusade or whatever, you've got another thing was it going to ask? I despise you. Well, fine! I despise you too! As expected. Fine! Best tech. Yes! Let's bamboozle this asshole. You hold out your empty hands and take a few casual steps forward. Look, let's not be hasty. We're so different, you and me. Usually that's the sort of thing villains say. I'm sure we can settle this like thoughtful people. A thin knife drops out of your sleeve and into your hand as you quickly stab at Poindexter's liver. But his liver isn't there. He stepped to the side before your attack even started. He smiles thinly at you. You slash at him, but his hand is already moving. He taps your wrist, deflecting the attack. Your knife stabs his wooden desk and sticks there. You may fancy yourself a shrewd operator skill, but I'm a master of calculation. To me, you are utterly predictable. He reaches into his inner pocket and pulls out his pistol. Mine, bitch! With a quick twist of your wrist, you snap the gun out of his hand and into yours. Grimly, you press it to his chest and pull the trigger. It clicks empty. Mother... A sharp sensation causes you to look down. His other hand holds your knife, just barely prickling the skin in over your liver. His eyes glitter darkly, utterly predictable. You leap backward out of reach. He smiles again and twirls the knife between his fingers like a pen. Well, there's one thing you can't predict, Poindexter. Jazz! Jazz? Improvisation. You think improv is unpredictable? He sneers. Name a funny animal. Penguin. You thought too long for it to be monkey. It's gonna say giraffe. Jazz is as predictable as anything else that consists of numbers, fool. And everything consists of numbers. Oh yeah? Number this! You try to let your mind go blank and feel the vibe of the fight. Then, deciding so quickly that it's hardly a decision at all, you hurl the empty pistol at his groin. Poindexter catches the gun and casually puts it back in his pocket. I'll put this in simple terms for you, Belinda Scale. You cannot touch me. You are an open ledger to me. And it's one I've already audited. I've calculated your every move down to the second in decimal. Oh boy. Well, Poindexter, if regular jazz can't stop you and improvisational jazz can't stop you, I'll just have to invent a new kind of jazz you can't predict. Impossible. There is no such thing. There is now completely random jazz. You pull a dice out of your pocket, step forward, and slam them on the desk. What? Ridiculous. Roll the dice. Roll the 4 and 1, and for a total of 5. You feign a jab to Poindexter's face, then smash your fist into his solar plexus. He gasps loudly as the wind is knocked out of him. Roll again! 2 and 3 for a total of 5. I repeat the fucking say. I repeat the same maneuver. Arrgh! You think you can defeat me with a simple table of possible outcomes? I can predict every entry. His eyes turn back completely black. Tendrils of shadow drift out of him as a vein throbs on his temple. Your third attack will be your last! Roll again. Again! You ignore the dice. Poindexter dodges an attack that doesn't come, and you're waiting right there for him. You grab him by the collar. What? Jazz isn't the attacks you make, Poindexter. It's the attacks you don't make. You smash your forehead into the bridge of his nose with a large crunch. Dark blood fountains into the air as he collapses backwards on the floor. You were right, you know. My third attack was my last. Get out of here, leave this place, this country, and don't ever come back. You can predict what'll happen if you do. His eyes have returned to normal, defiant even defeat. Ha! I suppose so. I hope you're proud of yourself beating up an old man. You started it. I finished it. Perhaps, but it need to be finished just yet. After all, you haven't seen my second form. Is it your final form too? Second form? That's right. I'd be more than happy to show it to you. You would have to fight it, of course, in regular combat. No takebacks. If you don't, you'll never see it. You'll never know. I mean, it's so fucking tempting. But is it worth it? I only get one chance, like he says. Fight me, bitch! So he's a bookworm then? I'll see myself out. And why not? Jeez, that's one heck of a second form. Gross. We can fight this guy. Alright. We have very little 12. Oh, wow, yikes. Let's stab him! Sadly, I can only stab him once. Let's see. Chuck this. Drop. Do this again. And then beat it with the lawnmower. You won! And you did it while getting a minimum of giant worm slime on you. Yuck. Search it! There isn't any information about Uncle Murray in here. You could tell because it would be clearly labeled and filed under M. You do find an important looking key filed under K-I-L though. Yes, we did. Holy shit, I forgot to do something back at home. Oh, I did fight it already. I guess I am that stupid. Back to Government Valley. And to the Black House. Lock it. Okay. You're too late! Ow! What? Belinda? It's Uncle Murray! Uncle Murray, are you okay? Surprisingly fine, kiddo. Not sure why they didn't just murder me, but I'm glad they didn't. Me too. Got to stop that president from doing whatever her crazy plan is. Darn right we do, but wait a minute. What's that? What's what? That you've got something by your ear. Ah, jeez. Don't ever change, Uncle Murray. What happened to you? Well, Jessica told you how I've been hunting a series of cursed artifacts, right? Yeah, that's how I found you. We've been using the detectotron to find more of them and try and follow your trail. So, Charles got that thing working, finally. That sure would have saved me some trouble. Anyway, Vella sold me a pen that could only write 8 obscenities. I don't see how that's a curse. Turned out with a little coaxing, you could also get it to write its real owner's current address, which was here. I wrote that letter to you before coming to stake out the place. They caught me while I was snooping around. Who is this president bitch? I don't know much about her, just that her name's Margaret something. 11 years ago, her barn exploded. That's where all the artifacts came from, I think. They were stuff that was in the barn at the time. That must have been one heck of an explosion. No kidding. 5 years later, she's city comptroller, and now I guess she's shadow president, whatever that is. What is it? What is she planning? Wish I knew. She built some kind of crazy machine, but I don't know exactly what it's for. With the amount of shadow energy she's collecting to power it, it can't be anything good. How do we stop her? Well, she set up big weird pylons or obelisks or something. I think their function is to pull shadow energy directly out of wherever it comes from and pump it back into her machine here at the Black House. So we should destroy those. Yes. Ideally before her machine does whatever it's meant to be doing. Destroy 3 things. Good. It's nice to have a specific, straightforward goal for once. I'm pretty sure I've seen all 3 of them before. Not far from here, yeah? Somewhere in Government Valley. Past that, I'm not sure. Guess that was all my questions. Well, all the immediately relevant ones. Then we better get going. Yeah, let's go. Let's see. I think one was here. Ask some more of those weird oh no, not the... Oh, please don't. Oh my god, one of them's the fucking one I hate. I hate you bastards. I really should let, you know, Gabby bitch slap one of them. Why aren't you just a bundle of joy? Gabby, hit him. Oh, what now? Hello? Oh, weird. Hey, is that Belinda? This is Rufus. Rufus, how did you know I was here? I didn't. It's just coincidence. My sister hunting device calculated that as the best spot to open a wormhole to her location. Since there's a payphone here, I figured I'd call ahead to check. Wormhole? I thought it was a communications device. Well, it turns out the Earl is crazy powerful, and wormholes are a form of communication, according to quantum. There's a crazy shadow pillar thing here. I could use help with dealing with it. That explains some of these readings. Hang on, I'll be right there. Wait, what? Expression is a jumble of excitement, fear, and awe. This may be unclear from the picture. No shit. One down to go. At least now we know what we're dealing with. Right. I have no idea what the fuck just happened. Was it the Vista Hall, I think? Is it Rufus again, or is it someone else? Hello? Ah, Belinda. Dawn Toblerone vocalizing. You've become attenuated to the fact that you are in necessity of some assassination. How did you know I was here, where I was? You're one of the family now. If you know something, we know something. I sure hope that isn't how it works, but as it happens, I could really use some help here. I will send assistance immediately, and their arrival will be forthwith. Great, thanks. Wait for the cavalry. Okay. I think it was the telephoning facility. Ugh, this place is depressing me. Only offices and concrete's all gray and broken. We've already done this one. Oh, good grief, now what? Hello? Belinda? This is Johnny the Hobo King. My secret Hobo Key powers alerted me that you might be in need. How did you know what number to call? I just picked up my phone and it connected me to yours. Is that not how phone words work? Well, anyway, yes, I do need some help. There's a big weird pillar thing here that needs to be destroyed. No problem. I'll send a crew of hobos immediately. Thanks. Alright, that's the last one. Come on, we've got to get back to the Black House and put a stop to whatever the president is planning. Which might be world domination or world destruction, or maybe both. Honestly, with as much as I was able to learn before they caught me, that's a real glaring gap in my knowledge. Let's go. What the fuck is this? You encounter another group of those guys whom you might characterize as cultists, except you can't imagine them carrying out any ceremony more somber and intricate than setting each other on fire while yelling. But hey, I'm not the religious type. What do I know? Whatever, I'm gonna fight them. Speaking of on fire, gonna beat him with a lawnmower. And bitch slap this one. Did this bitch just throw teeth at me? Maybe a forced nap will settle them down for a bit. Maybe a forced death. Can't even figure out what about this thing enough to sabotage it. This machine indicates a level of ambient awfulness. Whatever this is measuring, you don't want any of it. Uncle Murray looks worried but ready for action. You rush into the foyer of the Black House, where it leads you up a corridor and down a flight of stairs to a huge basement laboratory. The room is dominated by a massive writhing tear in space, seemingly confined to an Umbratanium frame. The president is typing furiously at a computer console nearby, but she turns around momentarily when you enter. She glares at you, practically hissing. I knew I shouldn't have trusted that idiot Poindexter to deal with you. I now noticed the shadow flow has dropped back to ambient levels. I assume that was your doing. Yeah, I busted your pillars and now I'm busting you. Oh no. I'd be real upset if you weren't too late. Oh, nuts. Yeah, nuts to you. The portal is open. And after I make these last few calibrations, The Emperor of all shadows will be summoned to this plane to kneel before me. I will rule this universe, not as President of Shadows, but the Empress! Wow, that's a much bigger goal than I was expecting. Yeah, well, go big or go home, right? Anyway, don't try to stop me. Without my attention at this console to keep the reaction steady, this thing could explode and turn the whole tri-state area into a smoking crater. Jeez, okay, well, mind if I have a look around? Sure, whatever, just don't pester me unless you want everyone who ever heard of you to die. Well, this is problematic. What's that? An unbritanium bomb? I cobbled it together from parts I found lying around while you were distracting the president. Good job. Oh, no problem. Yeah, that was intentional, but, what's your plan exactly? What she said, it sounded pretty bad to mess with this stuff. She's trying to summon something, right? I figure by applying enough pressure at just the right time, we can reverse the flow and make it an out portal instead of an in portal. I get it! So it'll suck her out into space and no more problem. Well, not exactly, or rather, yes, but that's not the end of it. We also have to take care of whatever's waiting on the other side of that portal. Oh! You're saying to have to go through and fight it, aren't you? I don't know if it'll be a literal fight or what, but yeah, that's the long and short of it, kiddo. This is the end game and there's no coming back from this. Are you ready? Well, actually, let me be more explicit. This is literally the end game. Once I set off this bomb and you go through that portal, you can't come back and the game ends one way or another. But nothing gets saved after you go, so you can reload back here and keep playing afterwards. I don't really understand what you mean by that. That's okay, kiddo. It wasn't really you I was talking to. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Okay, it was good seeing you again, kiddo. I think I got this bomb wired so I can toss it and set it off from here by overloading this other Huset, which hopefully won't end up getting me killed. But whatever happens, you gotta jump through right away. I don't know how much time you'll have. Jeez, okay, be careful. You too, kiddo. Ready? Yeah, unfortunately. No! Here goes nothing. Resolution. I think Rufus is gonna save me. You, and Gabby and the president and her machines and a sizable chunk of the floor appear in the middle of a pale void, lit by the just-arrived light of stars that burned out uncountable eons ago. No, what did you do? Throw a little monkey wrench into your plans? Don't try to act cool about this. You don't have the slightest idea what kind of power you're messing with. Oh yeah, like what? Welcome, playthings! You look over to the right where you see a hovering swarm of giant mouths and eyes. You get the feeling that this is your brain's best attempt to render what you're actually seeing in a way that won't simply annihilate your mind. In particular, that! Oh! Was this whole deal just a giant monkey's paw? Like, did I achieve absolute ultimate power, but also got cursed to be constantly surrounded by morons? Hey! The portal frame still looks intact. Maybe I can open it and fix this. Oh, you can get us back. I can get me back. And then continue my plan to summon the Emperor to our universe under controllable conditions as intended. Yes! What if I don't want you to do that? Do I look like someone who gives a hot crap what you want? Go away! Go die in the void! Jeez, somebody's cranky. The technology is incomprehensible to you. You inspect the portal frame, but can't think of anything to do with it that would help. Which implies that you missed some optional stuff, but that's what replays are for. Nuts. Oh my god, the background's tripped. Hi. She grinds her teeth and ignores you. Any chance I could get you to give up on your plan to enslave humanity and the universe in general? Johnson Christ, if I had brought a gun with me, you would be so dead right now. Look, can we talk about— No, we can't! but I will strangle you with my bare hands first! Never mind. Bitch. Hello? Okay. Hi? Welcome to my realm. What are you? I am the shadow. Oh, is the shadow of. Nice job if you can get it. It's a living. Reason with it? Look, let's just discuss. Your words have no power here. Listen, Buster, you better. Smooth talk. Hey, you seem like a pretty hit kid. Ridiculous. Well, you tried. Yeah. Fight! Fight me! Very well. I will give you one chance. All or nothing. As you draw your weapon, you hear someone behind you. Thought you might could use a little help, doll. Come on, kitty. Let's send this warp back to whatever hole it crawled out of. Would be my pleasure to assist. Alright, bag thing, kill now! Not sure how they made it here, but you'll take all the help you can get. Yeah, I will! Okay, 69. Oh shit, this is gonna be a long, hard one. Okay. Well, let's just destroy everyone's eardrums. Bombs away, bitch. Two, 30. Oh wow, that'll help me a lot. Let's finish off the mouth. And we have got a full party here. Okay. Obi the Obo Hobo will play like 3 hot damage. Let's see, 1 physical damage and 1. Oh shit! Oh, not my turtle! Bitch hasn't had her turn yet, so let's clobber her. I don't think we're all gonna make it. Ooh, chomp chomp. So just reduce stats. Shit. Follow that. Stab that. Drop the piano on them. Stab you. Do this. Alright, I think we defeated the Emperor Shadows. Now let's defeat this bitch! Alright, everyone! Let her have it! Beat her ass, dear Molly! Remember, she banned dancing! I'll stop her! Bye, bitch! Well, sometimes the best way to deal with a universe-destroying threat is to just hit it with something until it stops moving. Nice work. After the metaphorical smoke cleared, you found yourself stuck in the weird extra-dimensional space where the final showdown happened. Unfortunately, the fact that you created a temporal paradox before you left the universe meant that you could never come back to normal reality. You waited 1 billion years, and that was only the beginning. Actually, it's meaningless to say it was the beginning. The first 1 billion years weren't any different than the next 1 billion years. You were still there, you always had been, the universe ended, and you weren't in it. Murray's bomb blasted him to the borders of reality, and past the borders of reality. He drifted outside the world for a span of time that might have been 5 minutes or 5,000 years. The only way to be sure is to not press a key for 5,000 years, then you'll know it was that long. A few weeks later, Jessica accidentally activated a failsafe interdimensional homing teleporter Murray had left in one of his desk drawers. She was looking for a pen. Of course she was. Murray was wrenched through the ether and then unceremoniously dumped on the floor of the antique store. They spent a while trying to figure out what happened to you, but didn't have any luck. Being outside the entirety of time and space makes you pretty hard to track down. Eventually, Maury gave up and started looking for another relative to help him with his future ventures. The Purple Door did not brisk trade until the end of Prohibition, at which point it did not even brisk for one. Obi decided to leave the hobo's life behind and just play the oboe for old time. When they started televising underground bare-knuckle boxing, Gabby got really excited and joined a league. Her combat style was a mixture of different martial arts that came to be known as a super weird fighting. Good for her. Molly went on to become the most notorious bank robber of her era. She was last seen somewhere in Bolivia. How's her girlfriend doing? After spending a few years catching up on the latest scientific developments, Professor Adams rebranded himself. Moron. After your adventures were over, Alphonse returned to his terrible family in the swamp. The streets of Ocean City are relatively safe, a few gang fights notwithstanding. King Johnny got the camp loaded into the ocean with Samuel and Agamemnon doing most of the heavy lifting. With the wind at their backs, they set sail for distant shores. Not bad. Thanks to Croesus, the expedition was well funded. Sure, it got boring at times, but Howie entertained folks with his harmonica, and Dusty brought out a deck of cards. At least it wasn't Uno. Whenever anybody got scratched up or seasick, Doc was there to provide some medical attention. The nights got pretty cool, but Calendula's moonshine took the edge off a little. They ate well thanks to Walter's fishing prowess. Cornelius and Beanie provided cornbread and beans. Mossman provided fine herbs and exotic spices. After a long and difficult journey, they arrived at the land that they had promised to themselves. They founded a new nation, a nation of hobos, by hobos, for hobos, with liberty and justice for hobos. Marvin went on to set the world record for mailbox sitting. Something that nobody asked for! He held the record for nearly a week. He has recently become interested in flagpoles. The bishop's inspection went swimmingly, and the vicar of St. Polycarp's was soon promoted to vice pope. Nice. With that whole grisly murder business behind her, Miss Brewster went on to win the Boarding House of the Decade award from the International Salesmen's League. Josie Mordaunt went on to discover a new and extremely volatile isotope of hypercrystalline thomomorphic diorite. With it, she eventually invented the devastating weapon that brought the end of the Skeleton Wars. History mostly remembers her for what she said after the weapon's first successful field test. I am become Death's destroyer of skeletons. To this day, they still refer to a Swiss spinach and parsnip omelet as the Belinda. Clem and Jarvis evaded capture by adopting aliases Jarvis James and Clem and Bartles, respectively. After Prohibition ended, they had a long and illustrious career in the getting people drunk industry. In 1981, Mudhedge was acquired by the Stonehenge Corporation, renamed Stonehenge Mud, and shut down. With your help, Rhonda Rasmussen became the first person in history to fly all the way around a swamp. Her fame lasted until nearly a month later, when Charles Lindbergh was seen buying a new set of shoelaces. Outdone by fucking shoelaces. I.M. Quarry went bankrupt after the workers fled in the night. Most of them made it back to the city and found new jobs, which could not possibly have been worse than their old jobs. The loss of Tom and Kathy plunged Largemouth Bass & Sons into a succession crisis. In the chaos, the bastard Reboner returned from exile and made his claim to the throne. The kid with the glasses spent a week bragging after he proved his theory about big hands. The blind kid will happily wear Mossman's mustache for the rest of his life. The chemist kid is still reeling from the whiff of the smell of the whiskey you brought her. The radio kid still proudly wears the feather you brought him from Barbara Yagara. The kid with the wrench still tells stories about the time you captured the... I'm not even gonna say it. The fly girl is still grateful for the chest hair you brought her from Lemberg. Will Hunter moved to international waters to escape federal prosecution for marble fraud. The Mulross place remained uninhabited until the 1990s, when it became a hotbed for swinging sexy singles. With no natural predators to thin their numbers, McMillie and Cuddy's sheep bred out of control. He went on to become the region's primary supplier of both mittens and mutton. Despite all your efforts, the Maze stayed pretty much exactly the same. Forever. Feeling me sure of it. The workers at the Ford compound were able to get the factory machinery back up and running. After months of research and hard work, they were finally able to make a car entirely out of beans. I'm sure that's working out real well for them. It smelled awful and nobody would buy it, so they ended up abandoning it on the streets of Ocean City. Again, nobody appreciated it. The old hand mill never spun again. Oh shit, I forgot about that! Rufus emerged from his portal somewhere deep underground. He didn't know where he was, but he knew he was one step closer to finding his sister. That was all that mattered. The end. I fucked it up. Well... I don't know what to say. Aside from that, was a very good game, and it was very funny, as well it should. Oh, look at all the pets! It's the dog. I have a shirt that says, "That's how I like it." Cookie, Loki. So many people are naming cats Loki. Monocle. Monocle does not surprise me. Oscar, Moxie, Penny, Roxy, Sting. That is so mean to name a cat! Whiskey, that's a good cat name. Thanks so much for playing our game. We know it took significant time and effort to get here, and we appreciate your attention and endeavors. You rock. If you enjoyed Shadows Over Loathing, you might also enjoy West of Loathing, now available on Steam or the Nintendo Switch, or our free browser-based game, The Kingdom of Loathing, on the internet at kingdomofloathing.com. And thank you all so much for watching this Let's Play. I'm Gamer Dragon, and if you enjoyed this series and want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon, and share this video with someone who might enjoy the series. Once again, I'm Gamer Dragon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!